Everybody who picks up a basketball, their dream to walk across the stage on draft night and shake the commissioner's hand. I was a 6th pick in the NBA draft. I did it. But it ain't easy. You gotta be pulled through, pushed through, or helped. It's a process. And in that process, I'm gonna show you how it's done. And get you ready for the league with Kenny the Jet Smith.
This is Trey Young. And this is Ready for the League. Is that what I'm saying?
Yep, that was it. Perfect. What's up, Trey?
What's up, what's up?
Welcome to Ready for the League.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, what makes you ready for the league?
I think, everything about me, my mindset, the body of work that I put in, and the love and passion I have for the game, and this has just always been my dream to play at this level, and I felt like if I was ready at any moment in my life, now is the time.
Well, I'm gonna try to get you ready for the league some more. This is the real talk. Any players you've been talking to? Because I'm gonna dispel a lot of myths here.
I've talked to a few players. I'm very close with CP3. We talk quite a bit. Isaiah Thomas, KD, Steph. I'm able to get a lot of good advice from some guys.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, first of all, you need to change your phone number. Because all of the advice they're giving you is to be good enough not to be better than them. So I'm gonna try to get that extra information to help you be better than those guys, because they will give you enough, but they trying to win championships every year, so they can't give you the secret sauce.
Yeah.
So I got some of the secret sauce for you.
Okay, I want to hear it.
No question about it.
For sure.
Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it.
I grew up in New York City. Mm-hmm. There's bright lights, there's Wall Street, there's culture, there's arts. We had culture, we always say, Oklahoma, y'all got agriculture. So wait. Growing up in Oklahoma, what was your day like in Oklahoma? I've only been maybe once.
Yeah.
I was passing through.
Me personally, I'm more of a chill, laid-back guy.
Do you know how to milk a cow and all that stuff? I'm being serious.
See,
I don't know, man.
That's the perception about Oklahoma. Not everybody in Oklahoma knows how to milk a cow and has a farm in their house. We got the Thunder, obviously. Oklahoma University is 3 miles away from my house. Just living a regular kid's life.
You know how to ride horses?
I've rode a horse once or twice.
Oh, you don't? But you don't know how to actually ride horses?
Nah.
Really?
There's a lot to do, but I'm more chill.
Okay, so then you go from high school, you go all the way down 3 miles to the University of Oklahoma. Now, that transition, did it feel like you were away from home?
It was just such a tough decision to stay home, but at the end of the day, I think the decision to stay home and play in a system where I knew I could, show my game and play in front of my family was something that I wanted to do.
Did you have a curfew still?
No, my mom was driving by the dorms every now and then, check up on me, see if I was there. But nah, nothing too serious. It felt like another city away from my home. But so I definitely got to experience the college life and the college experience. Something I wanted to enjoy while I was in college, and so it was definitely fun for me.
As an analyst, how I evaluate talent, the first thing I say, well, who's his ceiling? Your ceiling as a player would be compared to whom?
To be honest, I don't see myself having a ceiling.
Give me some players you pick stuff from.
Steph, obviously I like his ability to shoot from anywhere on the court. Damian Lillard, the way he can score from different angles. Kyrie with his handle. Everybody wants to have a Kyrie type of handle. But my favorite player of all time has always been Steve Nash.
Really?
So, yes. He was always so cerebral. Mm-hmm. It just so happens we're about the same size, so it helps looking up to someone who's similar to you.
The one thing that I noticed that both of you do is a continuation of your dribble. So if you talk about a style that you say, you know what, I'm never going to play like this in the NBA. Never.
Yeah.
This type of play, what would that be? I'll never be that.
If I had to name one, I think it would probably be Rajon Rondo.
Okay.
The way he plays, he could really pass the ball, but I feel like he's just a one dominant type of player, which is it's working for him, but I don't see myself playing that way.
What's the first thing that any of your mentors, agents, friends, mom, dad, say, what's the first thing you got to be ready for when you're ready for the league?
My dad has always told me that the NBA stands for no boys allowed. This is a business, and you're a professional now, so that's something that I've learned.
I agree. The first thing to be a great player is to reduce stress and anxiety out of your life. If you're concentrating on the stress and anxiety, you can't concentrate on basketball. So the number one thing that brings stress and anxiety, what do you think that might be?
Losing.
Losing? Yeah.
Not playing enough.
Not playing enough. Well, I'm going to bring the board in. Hold on one second. I'm going to bring my board in. And I'm going to tell you the first thing that brings stress and anxiety in my life. When I was an NBA player, the first thing you need to reduce the stress and anxiety of is the money. Do you know the average salary of a person from Oklahoma in your area?
No, I couldn't guess.
$41,000. $41,000 per year. That's the average person where you grew up. And it was funny because my dad, he looked at my first contract and he said, you know what? That's about what I made my whole lifetime. And so the stress and anxiety comes because what do you think comes with the money?
I mean, people that you ain't talked to in forever coming back into your life or trying to.
That's one, no question. You're going to have some cousins of cousins of cousins. Yeah. But more importantly, the people who manage money, they start seeking you out too. So the first thing I always said, my dad taught me this trick. He said, all right, Mr. Smith, and now I'm saying Mr. Young, you got $1 million. What's the first thing you're doing with your $1 million?
First thing I'm doing, I'm putting a lot of that in the bank, in the savings.
No, I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. You're going to pay taxes on that $1 million. So really, you're in the highest, by the way, you're in the highest tax bracket right now.
Yeah.
You're in the highest tax bracket. So you got about, I say $510,000 of real cash. Now that's the cash. After Uncle Sam comes in, you're gonna have about 510. That's all you got in cash to spend. Okay, now what's the next thing you're gonna do?
Then you go put some of that.
Nope, you're gonna pay your agent. You're gonna pay your agent, brother. Your agent's like, yo, I want my percentage. I gotta get mine. So now that 510 runs to about 475, right? So he's got his cut, and now you got about 475 cash. Now what's the first thing you do?
You put some of that.
You gonna let your mom stay in the same house and dad? No!
Nah.
You gotta get your mom out. All right, so now you're gonna put a down payment on the house. Let's say not even the house. You could probably put down about $75,000 down, 100,000. I could say 100 because you want to splurge on your mom and dad.
Yeah.
So we put $100,000 down on a house for mom because I looked at all your interviews. You know what the first thing you always said after the game?
What was it?
I want to thank my mom, my parents. You always mention them. So I know you buying them a house.
Yeah.
Knock it off.
Always.
So, okay, 375 now. Now we're down to 375 cash.
All right.
There we go. Oh, we got a lot of money left still.
Yeah.
Still got a lot of money. So now, what's next?
Hey, I'm gonna skip the putting in the savings part.
And then
my sister's about to be 16, so I gotta give her
get her a car?
a car.
Oh, man. That's all right, man. But you know, before you got to do that, you got to furnish that house your mom and dad. They can't go with the couch that you done messed up.
Yeah.
So you got to spend like 50 grand on real furniture.
Yeah.
It's like, the real stuff. All right? That's going to last for 10 years. So now you at like 325, right? Now we got sister, right?
Yeah.
And then your sister, we're going to get her a car. That's what kind of car you want to get her?
No, something nice.
Something nice.
Something nice.
So now we had 275.
275.
Yeah, 275 because we got the car. It's not bad. Now, Trae Young ain't even take care of Trae Young yet. What are you gonna do?
I gotta give me a place
to live. So all right. So now you're probably gonna be at $75,000 for the year because you're gonna have a nice little place. So now you got $200,000. That's Trae's pad because they get houses, you get pads. All right? So now you got $200,000. But my point, as I go down this, is today, when we leave here, you start writing your list out. It reduces the stress. And that's the first part, is the money management. Yeah. And then you can concentrate on basketball.
Well, that's some great advice for sure about that. I forgot about all the cameras and was listening.
So, when you walk in that locker room, what's the first thing you're going to do to earn their respect?
First thing I'm going to do to earn their respect, I think it comes by action. So, showing up early, leaving late.
First, you hit it right on the head, bro. Congratulations. Because those guys have put in so many hours before you put in, and everyone says, I got more hours than you. You'll hear that term a lot when you get to the league. I got too many more hours to listen to you, young fella. It's just the rite of passage. You have to be the first one there, and you have to be the last guy to leave your first year. That's ready for the league. That's rule numero uno. And the only thing that separates a great player from a superstar is confidence. It's the only thing, because most guys do the same drills, but the confidence comes from guys giving you respect as well. I'm going to ask you, Trae Young considers his NBA rookie season a success if?
I do something that's never been done before. Whether that's lead my team as a rookie to an NBA championship or win the MVP as a rookie, just something that's never been done before. I'll consider my rookie season a success.
It's lofty goals, brother. I like it, though. I like it.
Yes, sir.
I like it. Hey, Pops. Where's Pops at? Pops.
What's up, man?
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
So, you ready for the league?
I'm ready.
What do you think you're going to have to do differently?
Learn how to be a dad more and not be a coach.
That is a great approach. Let me start there. However, your role should not change.
Okay.
Because in the history of how he's gotten here, only you know. So you know how he is at all levels.
For sure.
So he's always going to need your input the same way. When the game is going on, who are you watching?
My son.
Nobody else is just watching your son.
Right.
You could come after the game and go, Trae, you weren't mentally engaged, man. You can give him that.
Right.
Nobody else can give him that.
That's a good point.
Don't change. My mom was the guard dog.
For sure.
She was the one who was like, nope. Kenny's got 10 tickets to the Knicks game in New York, and these are the 10 people that's going.
Right.
So Trae can just go, no, Pops got all the tickets, call Pops.
Yeah.
You have to be the guard dog. You have to say no in instances where he can't.
That's a great point.
I told Trae the one thing that I want to reduce for him is stress and anxiety.
You know, I'll take that to heart because as all dads do, we think we know it all when it comes to the game. And even though I know my son better than anybody does, sometimes I may nitpick a little bit too much. You know, I think that's something I'm going to work on as a dad, and hopefully that'll alleviate some of that stress.
All right, let's go, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. Why Trae Young, man?
Why Trae Young? Why not Trae? No.
That's a better answer.
No, honestly, I think I got on him pretty early. Started watching him, and there's like a magic that he plays with that is hard to quantify or even put into words. But the fact that he's such a likable kid on and off the court, I was drawn to him, and so he was target number 1, 2, and 3 for me this year.
And for me, for my rookie year,
Yes, sir.
I was dropped off in Sacramento, California. And back in '87, there wasn't a black barbershop.
I can imagine.
So now, if you would have just told me, where do I get my hair cut before the first game of my NBA career,
Right.
you would have reduced my anxiety and stress.
Right.
But I had to drive all the way to Stockton, California, and then drive back to the game on a game day because I wanted to look good on national television.
Our job is to alleviate as much stress as possible so that he can focus on the task at hand, which
Without
is
question.
getting better.
Because when he gets better, we all get better.
Yes, sir.
We all get better. Thanks, man. Appreciate you joining me.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
All right.
This is Trae Young, and I'm ready for the league.
I'm Ray Young. I'm a dad, and I'm ready for the league.
Hey, I'm Omar Wilkes. I'm an agent, and I'm ready for the league.